What's up guys, Sal here. So a few days ago we learned the battery capacity of the smaller Galaxy Note 20 variant, and it's the same as the Galaxy S20, which is 4000 mAh. The Galaxy Note 20 will have a 6.42-inch display with 60Hz refresh rate, so 4000 mAh is enough to power it all day without needing to charge it again in the middle. Now the battery capacity of the larger Galaxy Note 20 Plus variant has been leaked as well, which may bring quite a bit disappointment for those expecting a similar or bigger battery than the Galaxy S20 Ultra. The Dutch website Galaxy Club says the Note 20 Plus will have a 4500 mAh battery, which is significantly less than the 5000 mAh battery on the Galaxy S20 Ultra. This was kinda expected since Samsung also have to include an S Pen inside the handset, which takes a lot of room. But I was expecting a 4700 or 4800 mAh cell on the Note 20 Plus, which clearly didn't happen. But on the bright side, the new LTPO display, which consumes 15 to 20% less battery compared to the traditional LTPS display, will help achieve the Galaxy Note 20 Plus an overall good battery life. Coupled with the new more efficient 6nm chipset, the Galaxy Note 20 Plus should have a battery life similar to the S20 Ultra, if not better, even with lower battery capacity. So since there won't be a Galaxy S20 Ultra this year, a lot of people were wondering whether or not there will be a 108MP camera on the Galaxy Note 20 Plus. Well, we got an answer for that today courtesy of Galaxy Club, and they say the Note 20 Plus will indeed feature the 108MP camera. They didn't mention whether or not there will be 100x space zoom, but if I were to guess, the Note 20 Plus should have this feature because it doesn't make sense for it to not have it. Samsung has fixed all of the camera issues with firmware updates on the S20 Ultra, so expect the same zoom capabilities on the Note 20 Plus as the S20 Ultra. Galaxy Club mentioned, however, that the smaller Note 20 won't have a 108MP camera, which was expected. The Note 20 should have a similar camera setup as the Galaxy S20 Plus. So to counter Samsung's 108MP camera sensor, Sony released a 50MP camera with the biggest sensor of all time that has ever been put in a smartphone. And now to counter back, Samsung will release a 50MP camera of its own with a bigger sensor size than their 108MP camera at 1 by 1.3 inches. 50MP doesn't sound as fancy as say the 108MP or even their upcoming 150MP camera sensor on the Galaxy S21. But this is a flagship processor with even bigger sensor size than the 108MP camera, so don't be surprised if this sensor yields better results than the one on the S20 Ultra. So according to Ross Young, iPhone 12 Pro Max will have a 10-bit color display. In comparison, almost all smartphones out there have an 8-bit display. Let me explain it in simple terms if you don't know what these two terms really are. You see, almost all phones, TVs, and computers utilize 8-bit panels, meaning the panel can display 256 shades of red, blue, and green, each for a combined 16.8 million different colors. These figures are enough for general usage, but can clearly be discerned with issues like the smearing of moving UI elements and color banding where the edges of each shade of color are distinct. The new 10-bit panel though can display 1024 shades of each red, blue, and green for a combined 1.07 billion colors, such a gargantuan amount that individual colors are indistinguishable to human eyes. If you're still confused, this image should help clear all the doubts. The 10-bit color looks just better because the human eye cannot distinguish the individual shades. Though this does not have any drastic effect on the experience, it does just slightly improve it. So Apple is going with this display, and since Samsung is the one who's making this display for Apple, it remains to be seen whether or not Samsung will also have it on the Galaxy Note 20 Plus or on the Galaxy S21. Let me know what do you think about this down in the comments, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.